the topic that they gave me was about leadership and a little bit about staff centering. So it's how our staff, how we in the museums deal with the people that are important to us, right? So I'll try to make this interactive. Siyempre, the experiences here are not mine alone. But of course, I'm sure you guys have your own experiences as well. So I'd like to hear from you guys more than you guys just hearing from me. Para siyempre joint learning. So let's see if technology works. Yeah. So here's the agenda for at least 45 minutes. We'll have 15 minutes. I'll try to get 15 minutes for question and answers at the end. But we'll talk a little bit about the importance of customer service, understanding customer feedback and how you deal with that. Yung importance, sometimes it's we don't think about it too much. Minsan nakakalimutan yung importance ng signage and how that's important. And then a little bit, although continuous improvement, you need normally a whole longer time to discuss it, just introduction. Para at least the feedback that you get from your customers, we know what to do. Yan. Since tinuruan na tayo ni Boss Chino ng QR code, susubukan natin yan ngayon. So, if you can get your phones out, this is actually a working Menti with Mona Lisa. If you can go to the QR code, we'll spend a few minutes there. And then yeah, you are now answering the questions. So if I can shift to the Menti. And we'll find out where we all come from. So this is now actually working, and real time you'll see the results once it's projected on the screen. Anyway, technology ganyan talaga. But we'll do the best with what we have. Anyway, the results. This is 31 folks are from Luzon. The majority of us are from Luzon. We have a couple from Visayas and one person answered, that they're from Mindanao. I will try and shift to the next part of the Menti. So there's a few more questions that you'll see there. So this is just for me to gauge how familiar you guys are with the topic. So roughly around 5 folks have answered. Majority are very familiar with the topic. O lahat familiar na with the topic. Sige, I can give you guys time back. Enjoy your lunch. But majority, if you can see the sana, if it's working and you're able to project the screen, you would see that what's coming out is a lot of you guys say you're familiar with customer service, you manage customer feedback, and of course you're also familiar in a way in terms of continuous improvement. I'll shift to the next question. So ito lang, just so we understand, what are the common words that you associate when you talk about customer service? The biggest terms that are coming out: feedback, customer journey, customer satisfaction. Feedback, so far the biggest one in the word cloud. Empathy, service, excellence, quality. So these are the common terms that you guys are using. So I'll capture them and share back with you. Yeah. So we can continue. I will just move to the next question. And the last one for today is what are the first few words that come to your mind when you talk about customer feedback? So the other one was customer service, this one is feedback. Feedback naman. Similar words. Improvement, satisfaction, waiting for the others, acceptable feedback, continuous improvement, suggestions, gratitude, meron pang rage. Impressed, dissatisfied, happy, call to action. So a lot of interesting words. Again, trying to work with technology, again, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but you have to roll with the punches. So, yun lang. In summary, you guys know what the topic is, so ang gagawin natin, we will learn from each other, right? So, iikot ako. I'll go through the slides and just a few things about it. Again, I talked about what supposedly the objectives are, but since you're familiar, we'll change the objectives. We will now more share with each other learnings and ano ba yung mga experiences natin when dealing with customers, right? And what should we do to deal with them. So, some stuff that you are, I'm sure, very familiar with. Ano ba yung why customer service matters? On the screen you see there, of course, it builds trust and loyalty, it's efficient issue resolution, and siyempre, like you guys all know, source of valuable feedback. Diba? Lahat tayo, we're all customers or consumers in our own right. And I'm sure we have our own examples of kung kailan tayo masaya, kailan tayo hindi masaya. So, iikot ako, magtatanong ako, ano ba yung mga examples ng mga feedback that you get from your customers? Let's start first with, do you have any unhappy examples? And then later we'll go to good examples, and then we'll talk about how you feel about those. Any volunteer to share a not so good customer example or customer service that they've received in the past? Volunteer. I have, while you're thinking of your examples, so kunwari airlines, so I picked this up from Simon Sinek. His example was airline. Person was trying to book a ticket. So example of a good experience and a bad experience. His good example was, the person, when he tried to book the ticket, walang available na flight. He wanted to book an earlier one because he wanted to get home to the family, pero wala siyang makuha. The person, on the other end of the line, yung teller, tried to do everything that they could. So the person was saying, sir, let me look at my log, let me see if there's anything I can do for you. And then let me get back to you. So wala pa rin. Let me try to talk to my manager. Let me see if there's something we can do for you. So they were trying to do something for the individual. So in that case, yung result nun, wala pa rin siyang nakuhang ticket. Pero si customer, masaya. Yung isa, yung bad example was, pumunta siya doon, ticket, nag-aanap siya ng ticket. Sabi lang sa kanya, sir, wala akong magagawa eh. Pasensya na kayo, wala talaga booking. Wala akong talaga magagawa, kailangan ko na makuwi sa pamilya ko eh. Sir, wala talaga eh. Right? And most of the time we get this, right? And you experience this from either a fast food place, and you get the hard no. And yun yung mga stuff that we try to avoid. And when you talk about customer service, it's really trying to understand ano ba yung need ng taong we're trying to serve. In this case, if we're talking about people that come to our museums, why do they come there? What do they want from us? What do they want to experience when they come to the museum? So when you look at, when I was also researching about how to do customer service in the museum, it doesn't actually start from when they start going around. It starts in the parking lot, pagbaba pa lang nila. So pag walang pa-parkingan, diba? Yung nag-greet sa kanila, the guard that greeted them, nakasimangot, nagalit pa dahil kamuntik mabangga yung gate. Example lang. Diba? Then it starts from there, and then it all ends until they leave. And that leaves a lasting impression. So, similar to how you're looking at it from a perspective in the museum setting, right? Welcome, warm welcome, and the information that you see, approachable assistance from the people at your reception, to the people around that they talk to, so the positive visitor experience. So that's really something important. Alam niyo naman talaga lahat to. So this is just us refreshing your minds on what you already know. And then yung the power of customer feedback. Kasi this is all linked. the feedback that they give, why it's important to us in the museum setting as well, this is how we improve. Diba? There's stuff around feedback around, ay hindi wala pong toilet. Yung pumunta ako dyan, or I could not read your signs. Hindi interactive yung mga exhibit or stuff like that. Diba? You get lots of different feedback in your own different spaces in the museums. And it's important to put those down together because dyan napapasok yung how do we now improve para the next people that come to visit, diba, they have a better experience. So that technically is how important your customer feedback is. So understanding your target market, again, understanding the people that come to the museums, why they come there, what they're there for, and then yung Chino was talking about the experience ng customers. We're all used to using logbook. Gumagamit po tayo ng logbook ngayon. Tinuruan na po tayo ng QR code. There's a lot of stuff online that you can use para you can digitize your customer feedback. So, pasok si customer before they leave, they're asking for their feedback. They scan the QR code, they have questions, how satisfied are you? Well, it's easy enough, 1, 2, 3 questions. And then, you can now get the results of that as well. Ang maganda kasi in terms of understanding your customer feedback, it's not only reading your customer comments, but it's understanding where you guys are doing pretty well, and those you continue. And then in the instances where they talk about these are the stuff where you can improve, hindi yung mga one-off, kasi if you read the logbook, there's how many comments? There's 100 comments in your logbook. And you don't know how many people said yes, they were happy. Because it's written down. But again, technology will now help you put that together so you can see, oh, actually 60% of my population, they're very happy when they came to the museum. I think I was hearing feedback from the Bank Museum around, oh, their bathroom smells very nice. And a lot of people appreciate that about them coming in and they leave good positive feedback. A lot of other feedback that they also left was they wanted more interactive exhibits, right? And so they tried to put some of that as well in the museums. So yan yung mga how you put it together. And then in the instances, like I said, 60% they were all happy. The 40% they said, oh, but these are the stuff where you can improve. Siyempre, what you want to do is now look at that information. Bakit nga ba? What are the common instances where they said they weren't happy? And then so those are the stuff that you want to solve. So of course, you might not be able to solve everything all at once. But what you want to do is pick out, ano ba yung mga madalas nilang sinasabing hindi sila masaya. Okay? So that's the importance of your customer feedback. And then, yun nga, I think first impressions around this is you can work so hard on your reputation and your brand, diba, as a museum. Pero sometimes, what happens is, magkaroon pa lang ng isang mali kung minsan it brings that down. And so you want to do that consistently. Right? So, brings me to the next part. I'll switch to the next one. Yeah. So while leadership drives service in excellence. So how the two are linked together, right? You have your leadership, your customer experience. And sasabihin na, hindi naman yung leader ang nagdadrive ng experience yung mga tao. But again, it normally boils from the top down, diba? So if your staff are delivering excellent service from the bottom, but your leaders don't believe in wala naman yan, di importante yung service sa atin. So, kumari, the directors, the board, they don't care about that. Then the support in terms of driving that sa staff will be very hard. Because what you want to do is really empower everybody in your museum, from the person receiving the guest, to the people talking, to your curators, to everybody there. Because that's the mindset that you want. You want them all to have in mind, si customer ang nasa sentro ng lahat. They're the most important people. That's why you want them to come there. Kasi kung wala naman yung customers, hindi bakit kami museum. Nobody's going to visit, nobody's going to look at the exhibits that you have, and they will bust away. And so that's why we try and take care of that. Again, one part of the importance of the customer service part and why the leaders want to drive. So it's not only you're empowering your staff, but you're also making the environment easy enough for everybody. Important, and everybody just sees eye to eye, right? So yan. So brand identity, what does that mean? So the leaders set the tone. So of course, very passionate yung mga staff natin. They want to greet our customers with a smile. but of course also, of course, our leaders have to set that tone for them. Employee engagement, that's also very important. Kasi if you're leaders, or if we don't talk about how important the service is, then you technically just put somebody there to do tasks. And if it's just a task that you want them to do, they will do it the way they want to. But if you want to guide them, you want them to grow, you want them to also develop, you teach them how to do it and how to do it right. Part of the service is also how we can make things simpler. Again, in technology, you've been hearing that all throughout the 2 days. Right? If you can make stuff simpler for them instead of having to really go very low to read the what do you call that, the labels of your exhibits. In different companies and other different museums overseas, they actually hire a third party to do their visuals. And we'll talk about visuals in a bit. Why? So at least, center, very clear. Hindi yung, you'll see some examples later. Do not enter, pero nagsulat doon entrance. So those are just some of the things that you want also to look at. No? And then I think part of the leadership experience also is there's a drive to do it. So somebody might be very passionate at the bottom to drive this, but without support, hindi siya usad. So again, you have to have your leaders support you along the way. Right? So it's a conversation between not just you, but your staff and everybody involved to get that through. Let's talk about signage. So I won't go through this with all the words, but one thing I picked up was good signage speaks louder than words. Again, the people, they walk through the museums, they don't naman at each and every moment ask you for directions. So in museums, it's very important that your signages are very clear, so it tells you, okay, I'm looking at this, what is this? What does this talk about? Now, where can I find this part of the exhibit? If you're talking about a very large-scale museum as an example, where do I go from one place to another so I can find the different things I'm looking for, right? Some examples. Ta-da! There you go. I'll give an example. So, do not enter entrance. Diba? Paano yun? Madalas, minsan, we don't think about it, we put it down because it's a need. And so, right away we put that there, and then people get confused of where to go. The second arrow, additional restrooms located at the lower level, but your arrow turns up. Di ba kung minsan, hindi pala nakakabasa ng English. O di taas, mahanap siya ng bathroom. O umakit siya sa taas, pagdating doon, wala, hindi nahanap. Importance, do not throw away any hard materials in the toilet bowls and throw less toilet paper in the toilet bowls. Thanks. So it's not clear what you want. So again, simpler is better, easy to understand. Diba? And it's also, if you're thinking about your population, ano ba yung best way na magigets nila yung mga yan? But the good thing about museums, because it doesn't just involve history, it also involves art. Making your creative ways of making your signs. I like the bathroom signs sa bottom. Nakabitin lang sila. And I've seen so many different other examples of, the symbols are creative. Yung iba, bote na, depending on where you're, ito museum, I'm using an example from a restaurant. So yung bote ng beer, nakatagilid to indicate gentlemen, nakataob to indicate the ladies. So again, you can be as creative as you want, again, to encourage people, when they go to their museum, they'll also engage. It's not only about, that's a direction, it's a sign, but then your signs become also engaging in a way. So you're engaging not only the senses of staff. So yeah, those are some of the stuff. And then I've been looking at so many examples of museums abroad. They've already, again, yung mga examples na ganyan, they make it very big. And again, I think the examples abroad kasi might not fit in our setting kasi our museums might be a little smaller, right? But I think you get them on the importance of why the signs are important to place where and when people can get them. So before I go to a little bit of the continuous improvement, I don't know how much time I think I still have. 10 minutes. Again, I link this to customer feedback. And why it's important in terms of improvement. In the corporate setting, the continuous improvement is talked about a lot. It's kind of your way of saying, nakinig kami sa mga feedback niyo, gusto namin i-improve yung service namin sa inyo. And so whether it's a big company or a small company, what we do is, we talk about this. There's a very simple tool, again, that's part of improvement. Baka you can use the term PDCA, hindi po siya masamang PDCA. It's PDCA. What that means is plan, do, check, and adjust. For practitioners, and you have people na sanay sa improvement, ginagawa po nila lahat to. Ang totoo niyan, lahat po tayo practitioner ng CI kasi ayaw naman natin nahihirapan. Diba? Kung nga, you're cooking in the kitchen. Ang lalayo ng mga the stuff that you need to get. Gusto mo bang you have to walk 5 steps to your ref, walk another 5 steps to wash the gulay, and then walk another 3 steps to cut it and then cook? Diba? We try to make things simpler in our own way. So our minds are all set in terms of how to improve stuff. Meron ng formal way of thinking about it. So when you go into talking about continuous improvement, they just teach you the words that we're actually already thinking of. So yung PDCA, if you remember, that's the simplest way. You always plan for something, you plan for it first. Gawin mo, make sure you do it. Ngayon, i-analyze mo kung meron bang pwede pang i-improve sa ginawa mo, and then you adjust at the end. Ganun lang po simple yung continuous improvement. And again, similar to putting customers at the heart of what you do, yung building a strong culture of improvement in your spaces, whether in your different organizations, is also important. Why do I say that? Kasi pag yung isang tao lang naniniwala that improvement will make a difference, it won't do anything. Again, we have to empower kahit yung ating security guard, the person that takes care of the place, to the staff at the entrance, to your people at your reception, to everybody, they're empowered to make suggestions. If you visit Toyota, one of the bigger companies, that's actually what they do. Everybody's entitled. Kahit sinong empleyado dyan, mataas o mababa, if they have an idea, they will raise their hand and share. Because ideas kept nakatago, sayang lang, na ikakaalikabok din lang. And so that's why they're encouraged to do that. And then so for everybody here, the thought is we encourage you guys to encourage everybody in your different spaces. When they have an idea, just raise their hand and make it a safe environment for them to do so. Kasi minsan, kahit Pilipino tayo, they're not in the place ng hands. So it's trying to change that na parang, uy, hindi huwag kayong mahiya. Basta may idea kayo, raise your hand, share nyo lang. Kasi dyan tayo mag-improve. Right? I think that's the last part. The gist of all of this is, again, alam niyo naman na lahat to. I think the punot dulo of the customer, they're very important. They're not the only place where we get revenue, I'm sure, right? But they're partly a big way of, it's either they come back, or they tell somebody they know, please visit this museum because it's very nice, people are very good, I've had a wonderful experience. Okay. So, that's a little bit of just the customer setting space. Again, it's just a refresher because all you guys already know this from, again, your answers. But again, so it's us and everybody, empower, and then think of the customer, think of their feedback, and at the end of the day, empower everyone so they can all make a difference. So, that is it.